villain represents anybody. Anybody in here could wear the mask and be the villain. Male, female, any race, so-called race, you know what I mean? It's about where you coming from your heart, you know what I'm saying? Like what is the message? What you got to say? You know what I mean? So that's mainly why I chose to bring the mask into the fold.
G'day gang, my name is Jackson for Lunch for Louie and you are watching Between Bread. Let's make an MF Doom. MF Doom was born in London and then quickly moved to America when he was a kid, so I thought we'd make something that is also technically from the UK but feels like it's more at home abroad, and that's a tikka masala. So grab yourself 2 pounds or 950 grams of beef. I went with a cheap rump and cut into 1-inch cubes. Pop that in a bowl and then we're going to add 5 cloves of finely chopped garlic, a 2-inch knob of ginger. I did mine on the microplane, which means I don't have to peel it, but if you don't, go ahead and peel it. After that we're going to add 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1.5 tablespoons of garam masala, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, and 1 cup of full fat yogurt. Mix all this well to combine and then leave in the fridge for at least half an hour, but I went with overnight. The next day and our beef is smelling great. Grab yourself 1 large onion, thinly sliced, another knob of ginger, grated, 3 cloves of garlic, thinly sliced. Then we'll get some vegetable oil in a deep-sided pan. Bring that up to heat and come in with our beef. Cooking for 2 to 3 minutes on both sides, then taking out and adding in our aromatics, using them to deglaze, adding water as you need to and let them caramelize. Once they've all come together and they're smelling good, we'll add 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of cayenne powder, 1 tablespoon of garam masala, 2 teaspoons of sugar, and mix well to combine. Leave them on heat for around 30 seconds, making sure they're not burning on the bottom of the pan, and then we'll add 1 can of crushed tomatoes. Now that all the flavours have got to know each other, it is time to blend, be that in a blender or with a stick blender, or you can just leave it as it is. With that done, we will add back in our beef, and then this guy is off to the stove to sit on a very low simmer while we deal with our next component. In all my research for this video, the most consistent answer for MF Doom's favourite food was mac and cheese. So let's make mac and cheese. Get a high-sided pan and pop it over medium-high heat, and into it we'll add 1.5 cups of full fat milk, 1 cup of water. Bring that up to a simmer and then we'll add 250 grams of dry pasta. Once the pasta is nearly cooked and nearly all of the milk and water has been absorbed into it, we'll add a healthy pinch of paprika just for colour and a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. After that we'll add 250 grams or 8 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese. Mix that all together until your cheese is fully gooey and melty and incorporated, and there is your mac and cheese. Give it a taste for seasoning and it is very good. Move that off to the side, then stir a cup of heavy cream through your tikka masala, and then it is time to heat our wrap. I went with a large tortilla to get the job done. Once it is nice and flexible, off the heat and it is time for assembly. So lay down your tortilla and then with a slotted spoon, so as to not add too much of the sauce, add your beef tikka masala, then some cilantro or coriander, then our mac and cheese, fold in the sides and then roll up into a tube. Get a pan on heat and I added some garlic and herb infused ghee, pop it seam side down, get a nice char on that side, flip it over and repeat on the other side, and that is it. We'll cut for a cross section and that is looking very good. But how does it taste? Here it is again, my head. The supervillain, your favourite rapper's favourite rapper. Alright. That beef, so good. That was super cheap too. I went So my concern with this was going to be that it was too soft. You know, tikka masala and mac and cheese in a log, just like a soft log. But, like, that, plus the beef being, it's not fall apart beef, but it's tender. But it gives it enough chew. And look, it's not super sloppy. I thought this thing was going to be dripping everywhere. It had time to rest while I set all this shit up. I reckon that might be the trick. It's really good. It's really good. I'm saying, excuse me, sir. Where the fuck do you get that thing? That's what I want. I think you got to be really drunk or really high. But I'm neither at the moment. I'm not drunk or high, and I'm having an awesome time. So I don't know. It's just where your line is on eating a giant log of pasta and meat. Of everything I've made in this series, that was the one that the board's the cleanest. I'm clean, I think. I think it's number 2. Super villain. All caps when you spell it.